It's Monday. It's not raining. I'm on site. I've got my butt boots on. They make me look taller. This is EveryTrade Behind the Build, episode 6. Episode 6. Honestly, it's flying, and what a journey. It's amazing. Like, great response to the last video, particularly the therapy bit. I had a few messages sent to me, a couple that I don't really want to share, what people saying that it's encouraged them to get help. I can't actually believe that, because I can't tell you how much my life has improved since I did something about the stress and the pressure that I was feeling. One guy wrote me a really personal one saying he was in a very, very dark place, and that's just give him a bit of inspiration to go and get help. And if I've helped that one guy, I'm done. I'm happy. Also, I noticed a couple of people saying in the comments, not necessarily bad things, but oh, there was hardly any building work shown in these videos. We're still trying to work out what we want these videos to be, but I don't see this being aimed at people just interested in building work. Yeah, we're going to cover some building work because that's what we do, but I'm aiming this channel at business owners, people who want to start a business, people who want to grow a business, people that are struggling to run a business, because that's the story I want to tell. That's the value I think I can bring. I can show you how I've done it, how I'm trying to do it, where I've gone wrong, the mistakes I make, and I want to pass that knowledge on so people can benefit from that. So, you know what? We might show stuff about the mechanic side of the business. We might show stuff on site, but really the value I want to deliver is what it's like behind the build, hence the name, Behind the Build. So, yeah, listen, we'll evolve, we'll see what it is, we'll read the comments, I'll take every bit of feedback, good or bad, on board, but I just want to deliver value every week, and I really do hope you guys are enjoying it. I'm just chilling on the back of the tipper. That's what I do, but it looks good for YouTube. Seriously, how the hell am I going to get down from here now? Not thought this through. So this could all go wrong. Ooh, oh yeah, absolute ninja. Let's go. So I'm back at HQ. You'll remember in last week's episode, I've done a deal with my mate Dave from D&J Projects. We speak like every day, me and Dave now. Said to him, he's like the big brother I never had, but always wanted. So we managed to get the crusher on the back of our grab truck, which honestly I didn't think was possible. And we're heading down there now and offloading, and in return Dave is giving us some of those beautiful concrete blocks. However, I've trusted the dig to do the delivery.
So then, Dig, this is where I started. We did all this, we got the panel master, we've got, come this way, look. Did the tables. Dig, where are you going? I'm explaining, Dig, come on, Dig. Dig.
Yeah.
Dig. What are you doing, Dig? Babe. See how he talks to you? Dig, I'm about to explain to you outside. Come on, Dig. Dig, don't be like this. I want to be your friend.
It's like the D&J fan channel, this, isn't it? It seems like we're at D&J every week, but I absolutely love those guys. Dave, top guy. Honestly, this last week he's helped me out so much, and I'm determined to try and help him out, and that's why I'm glad we've been able to do that little deal there. All I can do is apologise to Dave and Bernie for the dig. He means well, but he's just a bit messed up in the head. I think it's the electronics. But they're on their way back now, and I'll be relieved when we get that whole thing back and all them blocks off and we can get our bays built, because that's another big step forward. But I'm really passionate about that, is businesses helping other businesses. I think a lot of the other builders in the area will say, the ones that I've come into contact with, like Ideal Construction, my mate Ryan there's got a YouTube channel, other local builders, I don't see it as competition. Like, I'll always want to work with other builders. Some have asked me for advice, I've asked others for advice. I'll always compliment their works. Like, for example, Ryan there, Ideal, is like the speed that those guys work at and the roofs they knock out. Honestly, I love his page and love his stuff, and he's smashing it. And some people might be threatened by that because he wins work, he beats us to jobs and we've beat him to the odd job. But we don't work like that. We're always really complimentary of each other, because we know deep down that we want to do a good job, he wants to do a good job, and there's loads of brilliant builders and other businesses out there, and I will try and support any of them, honestly, because you never know when you'll need someone's help. So I don't believe in competition. Like I said in the previous episode, I believe in cooperation, because I want everyone to succeed. I want everyone to have an amazing life that you can get from starting your own business, growing your own business and being in business. But yeah, great to help Dave out, and I've just got a feeling that I'm going to do a lot more stuff with the boys at D&J, because I've got so much time for them. But let's crack on. Monday awaits. So it's now 4:15 on Monday. You'll remember a bit ago we are in the process of tendering for what could be our biggest job. Now, we've had some feedback from the client and they've told us that we are down to the final 2 now, which is good to know. We've had a meeting with one of their project managers on their side, and he wants us to value engineer some of the projects. He's queried some of the costs where we looked a bit higher when they did their tender analysis. And again, that's really good. We've got a relationship with that client where they'll do that. They'll tell us, if we're out on something. They'll tell us actually if we're low on something, because they want to make sure that it's a win-win situation. So we've got about 6-7 points that we've got a sanity check, and me and Danny, the man that shall never appear on camera because he's too good looking, are just going to work through it tonight and deliver that, because they are looking to appoint a contractor in the next couple of weeks. And if we get that job, that's pretty much going to shape a big part of the rest of this year for us, because it's a big job and we're going to need to make sure we've got resources available and deploy the right people. We're going to have to really sort of grow our subcontractor network a little bit as well, because of where it is. We've got great subbies that will work in the north, but this is in the south. So I'm hopefully going to use the power of YouTube to try and build some relationships there. I've already had a few people reach out, and that's really good. I mean, that is the power of this thing. It's unbelievable. So yeah, a few points to iron out. Don't mind value engineering, because it's not like they're telling you to chop your price. They're saying, can we do something with this? Can we reduce the spec here or there to bring the cost within their budget? But it's quite a lot. We know it's a good couple $100,000 that we've got to try and shape off. So we're going to work now, drill down, come up with some alternative materials, maybe tweak the design a little bit to try and bring it under cost. So yeah, we're getting closer. We might not win, and that's the mad thing. We're going to put all this manpower into trying to price a job, and we might not win the job, but unfortunately that's the game, isn't it? I mean, I'd love to be able to charge for this time, and I know some people do charge to do quotes, and the jury's out on it for me, because it is kind of a way it's always been. You have to pay your time, basically, sometimes, and you'll never hear anything back, which I do hate if you don't get any kind of acknowledgement for your work. But I would love to charge for estimates, I really would, but I just think it'd need a full industry shift and everyone would need to be on board. Let me know in the comments if you charge for estimates, and if you do, tell us how you did it. But yeah, that's Monday. Good day. Good morning, it's Tuesday. I'm on site. I'm at one of our extension projects, and this is our project manager, Paul, who you may have seen in one of the videos, but he's just back now from paternity leave. What have you had, Paul? Obviously
little
a baby.
Girl.
What's her name?
Ariella Grace.
Ah, lovely. I didn't know that, but it's a lovely name, that. So yeah, he's back. You feeling refreshed, ready for war?
I am, yeah.
Yeah, you're not breastfeeding, are you?
Well, I've tried, but it's nothing's coming out
She's
yet.
not happy about it. But yeah, so we've come down here today because we've had to get the pilers back. We've actually stood this job down for a week or so. It's been quite frustrating. We've managed to do quite a lot of work internally, and we've cracked on and we've got it all ready for plaster. But externally on the build, it's been a nightmare because there's been issues. The job was piled, you remember, but there's actually issues. Locust fruit, Paul, what was it?
Yeah. So basically, the structural engineer said the pads didn't need to be piled. But since the piles externally have gone 6 metres deep, we've now decided that they do need to be piled. But just today we found out that when the pilers will come today, it's on an existing footing, so we now need to break through the footing before the pilers can carry on.
So we've had to scramble a couple of lads over, get one of our breakers on site, which Paul managed to carry into the van himself.
Nearly killed myself.
And the lads are now just rigging it up, and we're going to have to break out some footing. So just another day, another challenge, but we'll overcome it. So what we've actually got to do then is, you'll remember in one of the previous episodes I showed you this, but we've got to now put piles, the piles have been designed, we've got to get piles underneath the existing brickwork of the house, which is a bit annoying because we found out after the fact. But the piles have turned up today, and there's already some existing concrete that's there, which I don't know why that's not okay anyway, but now we've got to break that out to get the piles through. So the lads are here, as you can hear now, doing the other side, and we're trying to do that as quick as possible. It's really frustrating because we've got everything here for this job to crack on. The brickies are on standby and we're just raring to go. We'll have the inside finished before we're even up to wall plate on the brickwork on this, so it's really frustrating, but that's just building work for you. So this is one of the piles now that's getting ready to be lined up to go right through underneath this corner of the house, which we've had to temporarily support whilst the work's taking place. But as I said before, you just found out we need to break out that concrete there. So as you can hear, the lads are cracking on with that. Inside, we managed to crack on, build some partitions, get it all first fixed electrically, and this will be done pretty soon. Plasters are starting later on this week, so this is going to be a playroom, I think a utility as well. But there's literally not much more we can do. It's annoying because it's completely outside our control. We're at the mercy as builders of building control and structural engineers who are way smarter than us. So there's not a lot we can do really. We just got to wait, do whatever they tell us to do and make it happen. Feel a bit sorry for the customers because they've got to, incur these delays, and obviously the extra cost for piling is unforeseen. But they're really good customers and they totally get it. And we've managed their expectations from an early point when they first started talking to us. I always like to say to people, look, building work isn't nice. This is what you're going to be dealing with. There probably will be delays. There'll be stuff outside of our control. You might have to spend money, particularly when we're in the, at the groundwork stage, that you didn't anticipate. Particularly like piling. When you've got to tell a customer they need to have piling, it's not nice because it's money that they probably going to spend on the kitchen or the landscaping. But I like to manage their expectations early. But you just got to find the solutions and crack on. I don't know what it is about owning bits of machine. This is one of the very first machines I ever bought. We've had it for a few years now and it's old. It's done over 2,600 hours, but we've really looked after it and it doesn't actually ever let us down. At the moment, we've got it stuck. We need to dig our way out of this site because it's such a tight site. So we've had to leave it on site, which is probably not good for it. I like to get them back to HQ and have them protected from the weather. But I don't know what it is about owning plant. I think it's a bit of small man syndrome. I've definitely got that. And I want to own every bit of plant ever made. That's my aim. Just my collection. Woo! It smells beautiful in there. Absolutely love a Portaloo. Might see if I can buy that and bottle it and spray it. So that's this site visit done. Is what it is really. It's a challenge. You just got to, I do actually like these challenges, these kind of things. You get these calls and say, right, this has got to happen. It's like it's the end of the world, but I love coming up with solutions and there is always a solution. That's what builders are really, aren't they? We're just sort of professional solution finders. I've just found out from the office that we've got our first aggregate delivery. Somebody's ordered 15 tonne of Type 1 and it's being delivered right now. progress. This makes me happy. Got working ramps. I love it. This like is really taking shape, this side of things now. The phone has been ringing non-stop. We've booked in a car BMW to sort. We're going out to look at 2 vans this afternoon that have actually been broken into, which is not good, but at least we can get out fast and try and help this company. So yeah, it's taking shape. Makes me happy. Well, another service that we offer, which I don't think we've talked about yet, is we have a bit of plant hire, and also we'll pimp the dig out to operate if the client asks for. And today, the dig is out with one of our machines digging off a driveway. Good morning, it's Wednesday. I'm in Liverpool with Alex and we're at Preferred Joinery. This is a business that we acquired last year, and it's a business that's been around for over 27 years. It's got an amazing reputation in the area, and we saw an opportunity to get what is already a good, well-known operating business and take it to another level by adding machinery, adding more processes, just building on what they've already got. So we've come here today to show you around and show you what we do. So we're inside the factory now. As you can see, it's a hive of activity. So we thought we'd give you a quick tour around and then maybe talk about what our plans are for this business. So this is the job that's in. Alex, you know more about this than me.
Yeah, it's just 4 sash windows that are going out with a nice Yorkshire sash going out as well. It slides. I'll show you how this one operates. This is like a listed building, so it's like it's got to have putty pointing. There's heritage on this job, so they're checking everything. Which way is it slide now? Can't even slide it.
Don't break
Which way? Where? Come and do it, show me.
Alex has got a real in-depth knowledge of this business. Oh, let's see your teeth, Richard. Look at these teeth, hey, look at that. Yeah, we did them in the factory as well.
Yeah, so it slides anyway. There we go. Well done, Rich.
So this is just a typical example of the type of work that we're producing in this factory. It's like high-end stuff that we're sending, most in Liverpool, but all around the country. We've delivered jobs in London. Where else? We've got
there's loads in London because London's full of traditional sash windows, so like we had a lot of work down there and we send it all down there as well.
What we're finding as well, that we're a lot more competitive than local suppliers down there as well, because I don't know, for some strange reason it's cheaper to buy from the north and send down. So we've literally got a van, we've invested in putting a van here, a Luton van, that's going to be going back and forth, taking stuff down to London. So if you are in London or anywhere in the country and you're working on conservation, listed building stuff, and you need bespoke manufactured windows, doors, stairs, give us a shout. I've not met this guy ever. Who's this?
This is our new boy, Danny.
New. Good to meet you.
Well, I didn't say new, he's been here.
Oh yeah, I've heard about you. Yeah. We got you back, didn't we?
Yeah.
The prodigal son.
Yeah.
Yeah, good. I like that, it's good.
To come back to his roots, you know what I mean?
No, it's good that, yeah. No, it's good. I like it.
Yeah, so it's the assembly part. So basically everything comes down, gets work upstairs, comes down to here. And then this is where the last sort of checks are going on before it goes over to start getting glazed up, ready to be painted and then out the door. One
thing it is worth saying actually is this guy is a sick dancer. Saw him at the works too, you should have seen him, right? Literally dominated the dance floor. And him over there as well, but then we can't really talk about him because I think he's wanted. Crime watch.
Craig loves a dance.
He loves a dance. He was first man on the dance floor, wasn't he?
This section here is where Devil runs this side. All the material comes in and gets stacked on the shelves.
I love this bit because you can actually smell like the timber.
Yeah, this is a proper traditional woodworking side. But it all comes in fresh from our suppliers and gets measured out and cut here for Devil, and then gets sent down to that side. But it's all traditional cut, no miters, as you can see. They still measure in foot as well. Nothing's even in millimetres.
No, it's not. It's mad, isn't it, how that works. But it's handcrafted like that. It's like a dying art. We've tried to recruit more people to this business and we found it so hard because it's a dying art. There's not that many people that can work on a bench and turn out high-end work, because these people are paying a lot of money for this stuff and they want a certain level of Hold on, sorry.
It's mad, isn't it? Because like bench joinery is like, there's not many people who do it, but if you go to site joinery, everyone wants to be a site joiner, but no one wants to be a bench joiner for some reason. But I think it's so good and more intricate than anything else.
Yeah, the satisfaction you get from what you turn out is good. You're inside all the time.
Nice and warm.
Yeah, exactly. So again, if you're looking and you're a bench joiner, you're in like the Liverpool area, give us a shout because we've got big plans for this business. So we just realised it's quite hard filming in a working workshop factory, but we can't let the machine stop because we're so busy that we just got to keep going. So you have to bear with us, the sound ain't that good on this tour.
So this factory itself, this way we want to try and start putting machines in, and we want to try and expand into next door. So this actual section will go into there, and we'll look to try and put some CNC machines in here, as it's not big enough at the moment. And then everything else will still flow, that side will still stay the way it is. But this will change into there. We're just trying to do a deal with next door to be able to do that. But the plans for this company were massive for us, really, because like the vision we've got for it, it's unbelievable. And we're working on good ground anyway. It's been built up over 27 years. It's solid. Its books are solid. The staff are solid. And the work that goes out solid. So like it's easy for us to be able to modernise this company and push it to where it needs to go. And like there's a few things already that me and Chris have already worked on and done, but it's just we just implement it slowly. We don't want to rock the boat too much. It's just about slowly putting that in, because you know some of these people have been here for 20 odd years, a lot longer than me and Chris.
And that's our overall vision for our group company, is to acquire companies that have got a very similar synergy and similar sort of field as what we do already, which is property and construction. Straight away we can become a customer, or we are a customer now, to Preferred Joinery, and our strategy now.
The synergies there between everything.
Yeah.
It all piggybacks off each other, and it aids everything that goes right the way through. So the strategy now is to try and buy more groups of companies that will all sit in construction, property. They all assist each other all the way through, end to end, and then we just add in customers as and when we need them.
But this is another example how you don't need to stay in your lane just being a builder or a property developer. We've added different aspects and elements to our group of companies, and the idea is we're going to build a central management team that oversees all the different elements of the company.
Me and Chris don't know the ins and outs of how to make windows and stuff. We just know how to run companies and run businesses and how to put the right people in the right place.
Yeah. And that's what we're doing now. We're coming in, we're not rocking the boat, as Al said before. We're just trying to see where we can tweak the engine a little bit, add in this person, change that process a little bit, invest in that machine.
And that's all it is. It's just them small little 1% here and there, just tweaking it and nurturing it in a way where it's going to move with the times a little bit more.
But it's about doing it subtly as well, because I'm pretty confident we could open the tap and have this place absolutely rammed with orders, but the factory would fall over because we're tight on space, we're short on staff of skilled people. So what we're trying to do is just implement this slowly and in the right way and make it happen organically. I'm good, aren't I, Mike? So as I said before, we're just slowly but surely trying to give the factory a bit of TLC, and the boys from Open Electrical, one of our good subbies from Manchester that we use quite a lot, are over here now fitting some lighting. So as we mentioned before, we're trying to slowly but surely bring the factory up to scratch. The problem is, it's a very busy factory. It's working all the time, so we can't really afford to stop the machines. But for now, we've created this area here where we've painted the floor, painted the wall, and we're going to set up a display that when jobs are done, we're going to have them against the wall. We're going to make like a mountain point.
We're going to put a sign on the wall up there, which is just the logo sign. And then we're going to make a mount for stairs to go onto. So when stairs are built by our man Richard, they'll then get erected onto the wall so we can get a full shot around for video content purposes, and also to inspect it to make sure it's good enough to go out the door to the customer. But we're eventually going to take this right the way through to all the floor and all the walls, just to try and improve it and give it a better feel. It's a lot easier to clean, and it's a lot easier to see faults and mistakes before they actually do go out the door. But
I love it, like just the thought of us like turning out jobs like this in our factory made by people that work for us, and honestly we've got such big plans for this, and manufacturing's a bit of a dying art. I know that because the skills aren't coming through, and we've struggled to buy things. Like our lead times in this business are already quite long just because there's not that many people doing it. So our challenge now as business owners is to try and speed up that manufacturing process, but not compromising on quality. So that about wraps up today then. It's nice to be able to show you this side of the business. As I mentioned previously, I don't get over to Liverpool enough, but that's the good thing about Alex and I working together, because he's based in Liverpool. He looks after Preferred and he looks after the property side, which we're going to show you tomorrow. But buying this business has been a huge step forward for us, hasn't it, Al? Yeah,
it's brilliant, to be honest with you. And it's an insight into how manufacturing actually works. Like me and Chris see the day-to-day operations of a normal business in terms of the back-end staff, but being inside a manufacturing company, watching it end-to-end coming through, it's an eye-opener, and it shows how labour-intensive it is for the guys who will always do it, and the girls. And it isn't as easy as what people think. But what we're trying to do, as Chris has said before, is just make that whole system a lot easier and seem seamless as it walks through the company.
So that's it for Wednesday. Hope you've enjoyed this tour of our little factory here at Preferred Joinery. If you do need any bespoke joinery products, then let us know, because we're open for business, and that can be anywhere in the UK. And honestly, we're more competitive than a lot of companies in the south, and the product's just as good, if not better.
You know, anything to do with staircases, front doors, all timber types of doors, bifold doors, sash windows, casement windows, we do all of it.
Yeah, we'll look after you.
That's all done.
Back in Liverpool tomorrow to look at our property stuff, so see you then. Come on, Carly! Good morning, it's Thursday. We're on site in Liverpool and we've come to show you our little property empire that we're building over here. And we're on site at one of our latest developments, and this is our secret weapon in Liverpool. This is Christian. Main man. Everyone always trying to poach him, but you're loyal to us, aren't you? Because we've looked after you.
Loyal.
Yeah, we've got him a nice shiny van, but he's the main. We wouldn't be where we are now in Liverpool had it not been for this man here. And he's an integral part of what we do.
Christian's the type of guy who doesn't sleep at night. He's messaging me all hours asking me what's going on here, what do you want to do with this. He's always thinking 10 steps ahead. He looks after everything.
We trust him. He's got a company credit card. You know, he treats our money like it's his money. So and that's what it's all about in business. You need the right team around you. This guy heads up all our stuff over here. So what's happened on this site today then, Chris?
Today the plasterer started the plasterings.
How long are they going to need here?
I think they're finishing about 2 weeks time, before 2 weeks.
Yeah.
They're very good team, the
Yeah,
plasterers.
They started on top of me.
They started on the top. We had a little problem with the building inspectors again. They want a proper check all the time, the insulations.
But we're happy with it now,
But
aren't we?
we've been happy with that, everything.
First fix joinery.
First fix joinery, yeah. Basically we look after for the stud work now.
Yeah.
So this is the second stage now for the ground floor.
So how many projects are you looking after for us at the moment? It's got to be 5 or 6, hasn't it?
Six
Yeah.
project.
So when Alex first started using Christian, he was just on one job at a time. But now, as we've grown, he's had to grow and adapt with us, and we sort of push him to his limits, really.
Christian's always saying, "Oh, Alex, not another one." So we have to like park them up ready.
We let him have a holiday about once every 10 years.
Yes.
And he's due one it's a leap year this year, so we're going to have to wait another 10 years. But we need him, yeah. So let's have a look around this job. You'll notice straight away that we tank at the bottom of all our houses as a precaution. There's no damp as such, but why do we do it, Al?
We do it because we drop all the floors. So this floor is ripped out fully and it's taken down, and we bring every single floor down again, all the chambers, to enable us to have more space in the loft, which another property around the corner, which we'll be able to show you, has already been ripped out, ready for the first loft chamber floor to go in. But obviously it's a lot of work, but we don't put no more dormers on the back. So it's a little bit different than what normal people do, but
we do it right, and it's the way we like to do it. But this is an interesting project because you're now seeing a project that's, I'd say, sort of at midpoint, where we've stripped it out, we've done the structural work, we've got the first fixed M&E plumbing in place, electrics in place, and now we're trying to put the house back together. So as Christian said before, the plasters are now on site. We've got a great team that's going to smash through that.
And this one's a little bit different because normally we'll have a bedroom at the front. And you'll come through and then you'll have the whole communal area at the back with the kitchen normally back there, but because this hasn't got a basement and all the other ones sort of generally have, we've switched it round, so the bedroom's going at the back with it ensuite, and the communal room will be the whole front section, and the tank and boiler and stuff will all be here. So we've had to change it slightly, but it should still work. Also, we've had to put a bigger nib this time because next door have built an extension in 1920, and it's built on the old shed, isn't it?
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah.
Defense.
So we've had to, the building control weren't happy, so we've had to step off. So we've lost a good 150 mil, and I love space, me. Try and maximise everything we can.
Yeah, I
And
mean,
that
Alex,
just
you
ruined it.
pretty much know these houses. Like, I could say to Alex, like, oh, there's this house on this road, and he goes, oh yeah, they're 5.4 metres wide, or they're 6.
Yeah, know all the measurements.
He knows it. He knows all them inside out. Like I say, we've had architects external come in and design a scheme for us, but then Alex ended up redesigning it because he knows how to maximise the space better. And when you're in property, and in life generally, every little centimetre counts.
But the space counts in all the rooms. You need to maximise your bedrooms as much as you can. Hallways remain small as possible, so the fire escape's still intact. But put the value into the room, not into the hallways.
So this bedroom is actually a good example of some of the tricks that we've deployed to make the space work. You'll notice there, I'll tell you more, but how the levels split, and we've cut across a window.
Yeah, so we'll make this into a little bit of a window seat. But as you can see, the floors have all been dropped down from where they were. The existing floor used to be that high, so we gain over ½ a metre there, which will get the value up in the loft. But it still passes. Conservation is still happy with it because it doesn't impact the front elevation. The blinds will be on, so you won't see the floor, and it still lets a lot of light in anyway into the room. Like this side where Chris is, that's just where the wardrobe and the telly goes with the little ensuite, and then the bed itself is positioned there. You still get a double bed within. Side, and this floor spaces are like about 11 square metres.
So our USP is we always try in our student stuff create ensuite bedrooms, because even though it costs us probably what, 3-4 grand a room to do,
Probably more, yeah.
yeah, but it'll add that extra £10-20 a week on the rent.
Yeah, and it's just a better tenant type as well. Like, and more people are swaying to en-suites rather than sharing bathrooms.
We're consistently getting the highest rents in the area. I mean, we sort of set the bar this year, and we always push it slightly. We're always fair and we're always competitive, but at the same time, we're trying to maximise our return on investment. And now we've got external investors. We're trying to maximise their investment as well. But it's little tricks like this where it looks like a workaround, but actually end up being a really nice feature. Like those window seats are actually a really smart feature, aren't they? In our houses.
It's nice to sit. You can watch the telly from it. So it's like having your own little couch in your bedroom.
Yeah.
Nice to read books or do your work. Good to have friends sitting on there when you're in your room. So this is a nice room, this.
So this is a typical loft conversion for us, honestly. We knock these out all the time. Honestly, I don't know how many loft conversions I've done, but I still love doing them. But I reckon loft conversions are one of the hardest projects because you have to take the roof off often and you're exposing the entire property to the elements. It's not so bad in our houses because we're stripping them back to brick, and it doesn't really matter if you get a bit of water damage, but when you're doing it in someone's house, I know a lot of people now will go for a top hat, but the cost of the top hat on the scaffolding is ridiculous. But again, this is brilliant. Like, we're now creating 2 high quality rooms that never existed before. So that gives me a real buzz. Like, even though we're doing it for money and we're doing it to grow our wealth long term, but the fact that we're creating quality accommodation is gives me a buzz. Yeah, it's nice to have that sort of mission as well, because we could easily do things on the cheap, knock more rooms out, make rooms smaller.
You could leave the existing property the way it is and just redecorate it or do whatever you need to do with it to bring it up to a bit of a better standard. But by doing what we do, you're future-proofing the asset for the long term. You're developing in the way that you want to do it, and you're designing in the way that you want as well. And it's basically a new build property inside an old shell. We've
almost got different teams as well. So we've got teams that will specialise in doing the HMOs, the very fast, high impact turnaround ones. Because we've got some clients that they'll have a void period of like 8 weeks in the summer, and we've got to do a full renovation in 8 weeks, and it's a lot to do. And it can really test you. But we've got a really good, well-oiled team. That's why I say like the SAS of construction. I'll talk about that in a different episode. But I'm obsessed with like special forces and the SAS, and I love the idea of our boys being sort of highly trained, have all the equipment and tools, get in a job, out a job, and move on. And that's given us the edge. That's what's enabled us to really scale up this building side and then divert them profits into property. Yeah, so this is one of our houses now. Some of you might remember a programme in the 1980s, if you're born, called Bread. It was the 80s, wasn't it?
Yeah, Bread Street.
Yeah, and this is the Bread Street. So this is something that Al came to me about a year ago and said, I think I've spotted something here. Obviously, we're known for doing student housing, but we always think, where do you go to when you've graduated, when you've got your first job, your second job, or when you started a small family? Al spotted this opportunity around here to get houses in obviously like beautiful, sort of picturesque place, but there's a lot of room for improvement and a lot of room for investing and sort of taking them to the next level. So
because the idea came from that, so we had a couple of tenants, students, asking if they got any other properties that they can rent and stay on as a postgrad, or stay within the city because they got a good job and stayed, or met someone. And then that's when I was thinking, where would they go? And this area is actually quite up and coming over the past couple of years, and with it being famous for being the bread streets, the tenant type changed dramatically over the years.
So we bought 3 on here now.
Four. So we went on a bit of a buying spree and bought 4, yeah. This is the last one now, what they've done. Tenants moving in on Saturday.
I'll tell them how many people. So for every house we've had, how many applicants did we
like
get?
60, 70 people applying to
60 or 70. I mean, if you talk about supply and demand, that says, but also probably tells a bit of a story about the housing issue in this country as well. But 70 people. So basically, for every one product we've put out, there's 70 people that want to buy it.
And I mean, out of them 70, there's a lot of people you probably wouldn't select. So we go through a strict selection process.
Puts us in a nice position though, because it means we can pick the sort of standard tenant that we think A, will perform financially,
and
or B,
secure,
look after our assets. And you'll notice we've got all our houses tend to look a bit like this. We've got a bit of a style that Alex has
they're all
come
the
up
same
with.
basically. They always try and put the letter E if you can do, if it's not in the conservation area, above the door. Always the same door, same windows, same colour scheme.
It's a tried and tested model that we know works.
Yeah, even if we render a property, we render it in the same colour. And it's just, you know, it's a bit of branding stands out so people know they're in our houses then.
So let's go and take a look at this one then.
You slipped on the way in, didn't you?
No. So welcome to Homes Under the Hammer.
Yeah.
Not really. So this is actually not really how our houses normally look. This is a scheme that Al's come up with for this buy-to-let strategy.
Simplicity, yeah. So we've picked the same floors, it's all white walls, and all in 4 hours that we did, done the same spec, same kitchen, same everything, just to make it easy, to be fair, and a bit more neutral for the tenant moving in. On our HMOs, you know, we try and style them up a little bit because they are furnished. With this, it's just, you know, it's an empty shell for someone to move in and put their own furniture in.
But honestly, this is what we keep saying about builders becoming millionaires. I mean, as we go around our properties, you'll see we've got all sorts of stuff going on. We divert profits from our other operational businesses into property because there isn't really a better performing, more consistent asset class.
And safe as well, safe asset.
Exactly. Like this portfolio will go to our grandkids, you know, and it can hopefully then go on to their grandkids. But in the interim, it's appreciating in value, but it's paying us a dividend essentially as it's going. We actually don't take any money out of it at the moment.
Yeah, because the level of work that we go to on some of these, like this was a complete overhaul. No one would buy a house around here and do what we've just done to it, because we are looking at 25, 30 years from now. It doesn't really matter as much. It still earns money, it still gets valued up properly, and still earns a good rent.
So that's just one of the type of houses that we've got on at the moment. I think we've got 4 of them, like Al said before. And we could go again in this area, but what we've already seen since we've bought around here, the price has already jumped up.
Yeah. So the entry price now is like high. You're going to be paying 140s now, 130s.
What do we pay for ours?
100, 105.
Yeah,
so it gives you a lot more room to spend on the building, do what we needed to do, which was add the 3rd bedroom to increase the value. As we bought them as 2 beds, knocked them into 3, and then increases the value dramatically then. In order to pull some of that money back out and increase the rent. Yeah, but a good thing as well, as builders, as tradesmen, as people that own businesses in this industry, we can leverage all of that to give us that little bit of an edge when we're stacking deals and buying property. We can buy a property. We actually own one down here on the right. Yeah, so this one here now, Egbert Road, was opposite Lark Lane. So for anyone who knows Liverpool, they'll know Lark Lane, and it's a lovely road of restaurants and bars. And there's a building we bought there, it's a mixed use, it was owned by Oxfam. Upstairs has been shut down for nearly 20 odd years. There was an office downstairs, and Windmill are now in it, an organic food shop. We've just finished that, by the way. So, and we've just had the promotional video shot for it, so have a look at that. So we're on site on one of our other developments now. Al knows a lot about this one. Yeah, so this one, lovely building when you look at it. I love a little timestamp on a building. But it's a nice mixed-use scheme. This was, as you can see, a beauty training office. So they had the clinic at the bottom, and then the whole first floor was office space. But we actually gone through permitted development to be able to change that into a 3-bedroom flat. The top floor was already an existing 3-bedroom flat, and we've gone into the loft. You can see the 2 Velux windows on the top to make a 4th bedroom to increase the value. This deal itself was not meant to be what it was. Like, it swapped and changed so many times when we were going through the buying process. It took ages to get it done as well, but we got there in the end.
So welcome back to Home Under the Hammer. I'm going to keep saying that joke. No, so I'll talk us through this one.
Yeah, so this is where, you know, their main office area. Nice, easy to convert, no structural elements.
This was an office?
This was an office, yeah.
Yeah.
They had like a bit of like a clinic where they'd done a little bit of training. It was mainly an office, same with all the other ones back there. But no structural elements to the build. The original skirts are still on. Changed the floor to a new floor, put the kitchen there. Just tried to keep everything simple. Swapped all the windows out because they're all old timber ones. But when we walk through and see it, it's just like, most of it's just easy work really compared to what we're normally used to doing. I had to put a bathroom or find a place for the bathroom because it didn't have one on this floor. And now, because this is a self-contained flat, which from the entrance from the road, we had to try and jig how we were going to get the waste out, and the waste is literally at the back of the building. So it was a hard one to get this through and done, but we managed to do it with our boys in EveryTrade.
So now we've come upstairs to the 4-bed flat that Alex is going to tell you a bit more about.
Yeah, so it was an existing 3-bedder. You can see all the doors are still on. This room was the same as what it is, but we've just built it en suite into the next room because we're going to make this into a bit of a house share. We went up into the loft on here, which was closed off for I don't know how long, and we just rejigged the bathroom, which is behind, and put a new set of stairs to get up into there.
That's an example there of spotting an opportunity that maybe someone else had missed.
Yeah.
Someone might have looked at this and thought, discounted the loft.
So that where the bathroom is now, that door went right the way across, and that was one big large family bathroom. So we basically cut it in half, which is going to be used for that bedroom there, and put a staircase going up into the loft. And the loft itself is big, but the head height weren't there, and we can't put a dormer on it without going in for planning, so we've made use of what we've got.
Yeah, so we're in the kitchen area now, in one of the apartments, and again, it's great because we're deploying our own assets here. This is the good thing about owning a building company and being in property. We're able to fit it into our work schedules, and we control it. We're not relying on subbies or people not turning up. It's down to us. Like, we can control when we do things, how we do things, and how much they cost. And it's a really powerful strategy, and it's one that's basically enabled us to go from here to here really quickly. So this is an example of Alex and I, how we work. He's over in Liverpool building up this whole property portfolio for us, this property empire now, whilst I'm in Manchester running the construction side, and we organise ourselves and our time so that we cross paths as and when we need to. Alex is still involved in the construction side. I'm making the day-to-day decisions, but I'm running the big decisions by Alex, and we're setting the strategy together. Similarly with the property, Alex says, I found this, and I trust him and back him to spot the deals. And the good thing is that Alex obviously knows this area, Liverpool, because it's where he was brought up, like the back of his hand. The trick is then for us is how we can expand that into other cities, which eventually we are going to do. At the moment, we're working with a select few investors to help us, give us that firepower to keep rolling it up. We've used most of our own money. We've got some investors. We've been really sort of hesitant to take investors on because we want to work with the right type of people. But really, the people that have investors are people that know as well. Some of our tradesmen have took money out of their pensions, invested with us because they've seen what we're doing, and we want to share our success with them. And one guy, when he emptied his pension, basically, he's performing so much better investing with us, and he's also contributing to it. So
because most of the deals that we do, so we'll buy on an acquisition finance to get the property in. We'll either put it through planning, or if it's already got planning, get ready to build it out, and then we'll put a development loan in place then, which will fund the build. What we want to try and do going forward is still get the acquisition senior lender in place to acquire the property, but then fund the build with private investors. So people like the tradesmen who are working for us, who are putting money in from their own hard-earned cash to earn the interest, because we'd rather give them the money, because we're only going to give the money to someone else. So why not give it to them? Let them earn the return. It's easier for us to deal with them. It's a lot less friction-free.
It's been great for morale as well, because it feels like we're working as a team. So they're seeing us invest their money in a product they're working on, and we're all working together towards shared goal, which ultimately for them it's an extra income, it's financial sort of planning.
And they're seeing it from the beginning to end, was they're actually working on the jobs. where their money's being invested in, and you can see it getting to fruition, which is brilliant, I think.
But we've had loads of people offer us like big investment, and they've not necessarily been the right fit for us. Or you get quite a few tire kickers that they like what we do. They see the synergy between EveryTrade and the property side, and that is just like a win-win strategy, because we build at cost and then we build fast because it's we control that whole process, and they come to the table with a lot of money, but it's just never really worked. So, but we're at that stage now where we want to get to that next level, where we will be looking externally, and you never know, we might find someone through YouTube. So if you are interested in investing with us, or joining our journey, get involved. So that's it for Thursday. Hope you've enjoyed this little journey into our property side of the business. I'm so passionate about builders and tradesmen becoming millionaires. It's possible, trust me. And then that enables you to go and acquire other businesses. It's possible. You guys can do that. Honestly, ask me, I'll tell you how to do it. And that strategy then generates wealth that can provide for you and your family for the rest of your life and their lives. And that is something that I've got fixed in my mind so much. So yeah, it's amazing to think we've got this whole operation in a different city, as well as what you've seen on the previous episodes. We'll probably do more stuff on the property side of things, and if you are interested, let us know in the comments below, because we'll give you more information. Alex is really the oracle when it comes to property. Like he's a great business partner, and I've really picked someone amazing to work with there, and together we work so well. So yeah, good day, see you tomorrow. Good morning. It's Friday, and back in Manchester. I do love Liverpool, but Manchester's my home, and I just love the greyness and drizzle that you get from being in Manchester. So I'm downstairs in the workshop, and the van that we've got that's here to repair other vans is being repaired. I don't know why, I just turned up and it's on the ramps, but it's on the ramps, which is good. I'm assuming it's something brake related, because I think they're the brakes, and the wheels off anyway. But yeah, we need to get this back on the road, because honestly, it's blowing up, this stuff. It's literally, we're getting calls, messages to our socials, people booking in vans, and particularly like companies as well, wanting a fleet of vans. So it's already got me thinking about expansion already, which is a problem that I've got, because I can't sit still. I can't think, oh, this will do, let's just stay really busy. I'm thinking, right, do we need a bigger premises? Do we need another Dale? So it's a nice problem to have, but maybe somewhere I've got a bit of ADD or ADHD or something, but I harness it into business, so it's good. Busy day today. Hopefully we can get the pay run out of the way quite early. We had a big payment land this morning that was that we weren't sure we were 100% going to get, which is great, so we're going to crack on. Yes, KTM. How are you doing? Yeah, good. So just downstairs, and I found this little whippersnapper, my nephew, Thomas. Look at these, right? Look, come on, tents. Oh, you can't buy them on eBay, can you? How many times do you go to the gym?
5 times a week. 5
times a week. When do you reckon I could bench press more than you? Actually, I'm going to put this down. What am I benching? About 5 kg each side.
Yeah? Not then. Probably not.
What are you benching?
120.
120. Is that good?
Yeah,
oh, wow. Fair. So we've let Thomas, who is their apprentice, he's in his second year now. You nearly finished, aren't you? We were talking about this before. He needs to get his act together and sort his, what do you need to sort out? Your portfolio. So any apprentices will know that. Because you know, Mackenzie, our other apprentice, he's been nominated for some kind of award or something for making roofs. So why are you not on that? Why? Because you can't be asked going in, can you?
I do go in. I just don't do roofs, do I? Really?
Yeah, we need to start learning roofs. But yeah, we're letting him come and we're letting him do a little bit of work. So what we've done, this was an old downstairs toilet, and we've got, and now we've got all this happening upstairs. There's a queue for the toilet also. Tradesmen toilets, not good. So it's not very good for Charlotte. So we're blocking this off here, and we've put a little toilet in here, and we're letting Thomas have a go. We're going to check out his joinery skills. Have you checked his level? You got me a spirit level, I'll check. Have you got a spirit level?
Yeah, so.
You've not even got it out.
It doesn't need to be level, all it needs to be.
It doesn't need to be level?
It just needs to be flush here, 12.5mm back to plasterboard to go up.
Yeah, but the plasterboard needs to sit inside that, or we're going to board the whole wall.
I've already measured it.
Right, okay, don't mess it up, lad, or you're gone.
Sit flush with that.
I don't care if you're my nephew. Don't care if you're bench pressing 1,000 kilograms or whatever.
No, I'll do it on the other side as well.
Will you do me a favour and get them hooks down for me? I'm going to put them somewhere else as well. Oh yeah. Please tell me you're recording. 2002, 2003, 2004, 2005. Oh, right, who's next? KTM. Oh, he's good at. How many did you get? 1055, I think. I lost count. Oh, shut up. Shut up. Control. Oh, what the How many do you want? Well, you have to beat 1055. All right, enough. Right, come on, Che. You got. See how many you can do.
I'm more of a 4 on the foot kind of guy.
Oh, good one.
Let me go again. Is this what you're teaching?
Pretty good.
That last one just was standing.
The 1 foot only.
Let's see. 1, 2. Like you were taking the.
I'm trying to go left foot as well. Let's get on it.
You got them work pants on. That's pretty good. Yeah, he's got the control. Right, I've got an idea. Let's say Hollywood have a go.
Go on then.
You know, let you work this thing. Whoa! Wait a sec. It's this Hollywood, yes. This is our videographer, live and direct from LA. He's actually from LA. Go on, let's go. Yes, he's better than me. Oh, here we go. Okay.
Crossing them up.
Look at that. Oh, baby. Here we go. I can't control it. Pity it's too heavy for me. So I've had quite a few people mention in the comments and send me messages about the big YouTuber that I've messaged a couple of times and has not replied. To be honest, I don't think it's fair that I should really name him because, like I said, I know he'll be a busy guy and he's obviously not got time to look at his inbox, and I get that. But I won't give up because I really look up to him and I think that maybe he could pass on a bit of advice and we could talk and we could, you know, discuss the state of the industry. But yeah, I'm not going to name him. And I don't think it's fair that anyone else sort of guesses in the comments either, so let's just leave him be. No, this is really serious now, right, honestly. So this is Warren, our surface repair extraordinaire. He came round to my house one day and he was that good that I offered him a job there and then. He's been here for how long now, Warren?
Say about 3 years now.
Has it gone that fast? Yeah. But seriously, it's something that I need to get some opinion on. Does he look like Mark Wright or Kevin Webster from Coronation Street? No, seriously.
We'll have a bit of the right, I think.
Seriously, no. I sometimes I look at you and you think you look like a working man's Mark Wright, that is some compliment. But then other days you do look a bit like Kevin Webster. Towards the end of the day,
It might be the you know, the growth. I don't know. It
just
could be
Sally, Fire room, put the kettle on.
Yeah.
Do it. Yeah. I think both are a compliment. Don't you?
Yeah, both legends, aren't they?
Let me just get this side.
Yeah,
I think that's Mark. That's Kevin.
Yeah, that's it. You haven't got a bad side, anyway. Yeah.
What did you come as, a magic man?
Magic man.
That's what we've been doing today. Yeah, we've been doing today.
Is he? I don't know what he's doing here with this.
What have you been doing today?
Yeah. What we've been doing today.
Organising the unit.
Yeah,
And then,
organising.
what were you doing? What was he doing the other day? He's
Done all sorts.
Yeah. Operating breakers.
Yeah. GRP roofing.
GRP tiling.
Tiling.
Flying helicopters.
Yeah.
Knock-throughs.
He says, doesn't he, that some days he wonders where he'll get. Oh, yes.
Gee, wow.
That quick. Oh, no.
Flipping heck.
That was it.
You don't want that.
No,
Yeah,
don't do that.
I see these cataracts there.
So that's it for another week at EveryTrade. I hope you like this week's episode, guys, and I hope you like the tour around Preferred Joinery and our property business. I hope you found it informative, and I really want the takeaway message to be that anyone, tradesmen, builders, small business owners, anyone can become millionaires. Trust me, it's possible. Also, look at that beautiful thing up there. New sign, that's better, isn't it? I like that. Progress. See you next week, guys. Click here for last week's video, click here and here for other videos, and click here to subscribe to the channel.